edition of KMA TV, helping you to take your business from where it is now to where you want it to be. As you can tell, I've got a bit of a cold, so apologies, I don't sound my usual self. I wanted to talk to you this week about making tax digital. Okay, MTD for short. You may have heard a lot of hype about this, you may have heard a lot about it in the press. What is it? Well, it's basically, the idea behind it is to simplify the tax system and make it digital. And that has a number of factors for business owners. It means ultimately that HMRC want us to keep our records digitally. Now, there are a number of business owners that already do that, but there are a vast number that don't. You know, the traditional shoebox of receipts that a lot of accountancy firms have will be potentially a thing of the past. Equally, Excel spreadsheets are not actually digital. Even though they're kept on the computer, for HMRC's purposes, they're not classed as digital records. Now, with Brexit, making tax digital has been amended and put back, but it is coming. And to all intents and purposes, from the 1st of April next year, that's not that long away now, you will have to submit your VAT records if you are over the VAT threshold digitally, and you will no longer be able to do it through the government gateway. So if you don't submit your VAT returns currently using some kind of software, cloud software, like, for example, QuickBooks or Xero being the two major players, there are a lot of others obviously, but those are the two major ones, then you are going to potentially have a problem next April. So it kicks in for VAT return periods starting after the 1st of April 2019, and means that when you submit your VAT return, you will have to do it through that software, okay? The HMRC have said there will be bridging software, but as of at the moment, there hasn't been any big fanfares of it being released to the market. I know there are some providers that are looking at it, but at the moment we don't know what that's going to look like, and we don't know the cost of it. So I would advise, business owners who currently do not keep their records on some kind of cloud-based software like Xero, to really take a long, hard look at it and think about going in that direction, because there are so many benefits to keeping your records that way in terms of giving you greater financial information. You can see where you're spending your money, where your profits are, where your tax bill's likely to be, and we set all of this up for our clients so that they can see it. It makes life a lot easier because you're not relying on a bank statement or waiting for your accountant to tell you, 6 months after the year end whether you've made any profit or not. You will know on a regular basis, and you can get it set up in such a way that not only does it give you all the financial information, so you'll know your numbers, and you'll hear me harping on about that an awful lot, but as well, it can take out the stresses and strains and give you more time back. It can not only get you set up in terms of increasing your profits and knowing where you're taking your business, because you need a start point for that, but it can also give you back time to spend with your family. If you're stressed and spending, lots and lots of time at work, and then coming home at the weekend and spending time doing your books, this could be the answer that you've been looking for, because you can get it all set up so that you get your bank statements imported in, you can get bank rules set up so it automatically suggests where to post things, like for example your mobile phone bill. You can use other apps to get greater efficiencies, like for example something like Receipt Bank, where you can photograph your receipts when you are out and about, like for example a coffee, and it goes straight into zero. You can use mile apps like Mile IQ and get that into zero, things like go cardless. So you can really take advantage of efficiencies in your business, and you know, something like zero can mean that you can reduce your bookkeeping time for your books and records by up to 80%. Now, you know, making tax digital, you may not be over the VAT threshold at the moment, but I would advise that you really take a long, hard look at this. As I say, it's coming in from the 1st of April next year for those of you that already are over the VAT threshold. And there are, you know, 2.2 million businesses that are caught. And to all intents and purposes, according to HMRC, there's about 1.5 million businesses that have no idea that this is coming in less than 6 months. So don't be caught out. You know, investigate it, go and ask your accountant for help to do this, and I would definitely advise that you get it set up properly. You know, we've had a number of new clients recently that have come to us because somebody set it up and it's not been set up properly, and as a result they've lost those efficiencies and it's not giving them the right information. So just spending a little bit of time up front to get it set up will pay dividends in terms of time, profits and hassle, and giving you back your life. So making tax digital's coming, you can't do anything about that, and what I would say is have a look at how you are submitting your VAT returns at the moment, especially if you're over the VAT threshold. And quick pointer on that is, you know, it's not a 12-month period, it's a rolling 12-month period. So if you are approaching 85,000, you really need to be careful and you need to keep account of your records, and that's why cloud software is perfect, because you can see at a glance, you know, where you're up to. There's no guesswork, and you won't get any nasty shocks then from the VAT man when he says, you've gone over the VAT threshold 4 months ago and I want my VAT. So don't get caught out. So if you need any advice, as I say, go and speak to your accountant, or you know, obviously more than happy to have a conversation with you on that. But making tax digital is coming, and it will have some positives as well as negatives, but don't get caught short. So that's it for this week's KMA TV, helping you to take your business from where it is now to where you want it to be.